Hello, all you beautiful people out there, and welcome to Atheist Church. And welcome to my channel where everyone is welcome. Let's see, I've got some regulars in the chat. Lisa Irwin, who is a channel member, and Nevermore. And thank you for being here. I know this isn't my usual time. I got some stuff to do later on, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make it for my usual time. So that's why I moved the time. Otherwise I'd do it at my normal time. So, biblical cosmology. This is actually a bit, I don't know, weird because there are people who say they are biblical literalists, okay? Like, they believe God literally created the earth in 6 days and blah, 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 blah. They literally believe in Noah's flood, but nobody is a biblical literalist. Absolutely nobody. And so that's basically what this session of Atheist Church is going to be about. I've got a picture here. So let me do my share thingy. Just give me a sec. Okay. Also, a bunch of the atheists are getting together to do a fundraiser for Pale Blue Mama. She's in a bad situation, and there's her GoFundMe. It goes directly to her. I don't have anything to do with that. Anyway, moving on. If you can donate, that's great. If you can't, don't worry about it. It's been a rough year for everybody. So, alrighty. So the first thing I'm going to do is, this is the, I hope you can see my cursor. This is Wikipedia's drawing of the Old Testament cosmos. And I'm going to read some verses from Genesis, first of all, to give a sense of what we're talking about here. So Genesis 1 verse 6 says, "And God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water. So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called this vault sky. And there was evening and there was morning the second day." Okay, so the vault, translated in the New International Version, which is the one I'm using, is excuse me, is translated as firmament in the KJV, the King James Version, and the New King James Version. And so we have this thing right here you see in the dark blue would be what is referred to as the firmament. And these right here are the waters above the firmament. And of course, these are the waters below the firmament. And you'll see in other verses in the Bible, I'm not going to bother with them right now, but you will see verses in the Bible that talk about three heavens, especially the third heaven. And this is what they're talking about right here is the chambers in heaven that are like, I guess, in the waters above the firmament. And then you've got within the firmament, we've got the sun, moon, and stars, which of course is not correct. And then, of course, over here, if you can't see my cursor, hopefully you can. But if you can't, this is a window. You'll see it's called windows or portals in the firmament. And this is supposedly what God uses when the Bible says God opens up the windows of heaven. This is supposedly what they're talking about. Okay, so then we have Earth here, and I do want to go to Isaiah 40:22 because the Jehovah's Witnesses love to use this verse to say, hey, the Bible is scientifically accurate. Excuse me. So Isaiah 40:22 says, he sits enthroned above the circle of the earth, and its people are like grasshoppers. He stretches out the heavens like a canopy and spreads them out like a tent to live in. Okay, so I may have said this before, not really sure. But Dr. Josh of Digital Hammurabi does have either a master's degree in theology or a doctorate's in theology. I can't remember which. But there is a word in Hebrew that means sphere. And the writer of Isaiah could have used the word sphere, but he didn't. So going back to biblical cosmology, so then we have the pillars of the earth. And lest you think that this shows up nowhere in the Bible, let me again turn your attention to Job 9:6, which says, he shakes the earth from its place and makes its pillars tremble. So that is another biblical reference to, hey, Gene, to the pillars of the earth. And then you have down here, you have Tehom, and I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, or the Great Deep. And then you have the fountains of the Great Deep up here, which if you cannot see my cursor, it like it's like almost like a fault line, kind of, sort of, if you want to think about it that way, but not really. And so anyway, the fountains of the deep that are vertical between the pillars of the earth are what supposedly God broke up so that when Noah's flood came, supposedly, there was water coming down from heaven and water coming up from earth. So yeah, obviously we know this is not how the cosmology of the universe is. But and this is why I say that the not even the biblical literalists take the Bible literally, because they don't. They just don't. I mean, even the flat earthers, who are probably as dumb as, or maybe even dumber than, young earth creationists, they do not take the Bible literally. Because even flat earthers, I would say, are not dumb enough to buy into all of that ancient cosmology. So, and it's not just the ancient Israelites that had this cosmology. Because if you remember right, when I go through my series of the emergence of Israel, the Israelites were actually Canaanites. And there were a few other groups, but they were indigenous to the region. Some of them did come from, Mycenae, but for the most part, they were indigenous to Canaan. And so it would make sense then that they would borrow their ideology and their theology from the Canaanites and even the people surrounding at the time. And not necessarily, Lisa. I have heard of people who say that NASA is a joke. NASA faked the moon landing. We never went to the moon. Man never walked on the moon. The globe Earth is a hoax. I mean, but for the most part, yeah. I mean, for the most part, thinking people, yeah. But So at any rate, so we have the totally unscientific cosmology, which, like I said, um, the Israelites weren't the only ones that had this incorrect cosmology. A lot of the ancient people had incorrect cosmology, and you would expect that. I mean, obviously, they didn't have any telescopes. I mean, what do you expect them to do? Um, uh, but anyway, hang on. All right, that's weird. I've never heard of that. I have never. It is just so weird how these people are just going to make stuff up, you know, and so they they can hold on to their um I won't say it's delusion, um but pretty much to hold on to their make believe. um you know I don't know any kind of way to put it. um you know um like I said, I can't say delusion. I did major in psychology. I know what delusions are. Religion is not a delusion. It is not. But anyway, it's just Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, StreamYard's just being a bitch. Knock had the same problem last night. The Raging Atheist. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, StreamYard's. Sorry about that. Hey, Vandalia. Well, I got it back up and going, so that's all that counts, right? So anyway, yeah, I, when I was a Christian, I really didn't see all this stuff. I didn't see what was wrong with the Bible, and a lot of it had to do with indoctrination because, I went to church almost since the day I was born, you know, and uh, what do you do, you know? Um, and I understand why. Oh, okay, cool, then, Delia. Sure, that's fine. Um, so I just I don't I don't see how um people, especially young Earth creationists, um, can say they're for science, especially Hovind. Uh, he's got a quote unquote doctorate from a paper mill. That's what I call it. It's not even worth calling a diploma mill. Um, I call it a paper mill. Um, and you know, he doesn't. All he does is go through his tropes. You know, the same old tired shit that's been debunked. You know, and I don't know why he does it. Obviously, I can't. Yeah, I do know why he does it. He's a con man, and he has no clue how to do anything else but to be a snake oil salesman. Oh, cool. I wish I'd had the sense to drop out before 31 or 32, but wasted 40 years of my life in religion, you know. Um so anyway, and then you've got people like, Ken Ham, still con artist, you know, but at least Ken Ham's a little bit better than Kent Hovind, you know. At least Ken Ham doesn't use the Ica stones. Um, he's still slimy though, you know. So you've got people who are willing to take advantage of other people who, for whatever reason, don't want to know the truth. They absolutely, positively do not want to know the truth because for some reason it offends them that we are animals. It offends them that we are apes. And if you are a Christian and you are listening to this, I challenge you, look up the scientific definition of the word animal and look up the scientific definition of the word ape. And you tell me where we do not fit into those categories. I challenge you. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. And, you know, I'm not going to debate anybody. Not worth my time. Not worth the effort. Um, they're not going to change their mind anyway. Well, Vandalia, it did for like 3 months before the DuPont paint stuff, you know, wore off. But I mean, yeah, I mean, Kent's Dinosaur Adventureland, yeah, that's kind of a joke. And no, I don't think anybody's died in Ken's Park. And, you know, even if he did, even if someone did die in his park, I don't think, and I could be giving him too much credit, but I don't think if somebody died in his park that Ken would be slimy enough to try to profit off of it. So, yeah, I know, right, Lisa? So anyway, by the way, I don't know if you've heard this or not, but Matt Powell now has a plastic banana in his backyard. I'm like, I would love to see that. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm not going to say this word. I'm going to put it in the chat. But Aaron Raw calls him. That's what Aaron Raw calls him. This is true Nevermore, but I mean, you would think that if he was kinky, if Matt Powell was getting kinky with his banana, that it would be inside, wouldn't you think? Yeah, I'm not kink shaming, and I don't care what people do. I mean, you know, I'm just saying I would think it would be inside if he was getting kind of kinky with the banana. Maybe not. Maybe not. Um, but you know, but you are right, to each his own. Um, at any rate, um, yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and tell you about, you know, how the Bible presents um, cosmology, and you can see very, very clearly that it is wrong, wrong. Um, do I need to say it again? Wrong. You know, um, we have evidence for evolution. We have evidence for the Big Bang Theory. This is nothing new, people. This is nothing new. But the creationists, both young Earth and old Earth, they want to stick their heads in the sand. You know, theistic evolutionists have a bit stronger ground to stand on. And this is true, Lisa. This is true. Um, Theistic evolutionists have a bit better of a ground to stand on, but they still have to explain the Big Bang, you know. Um, so at any rate, oh yes, I love logic. I love logic. Um, Let me put that in the chat. He does uh he does response videos to creationists and to conspiracy theorists. Um he has he has a series debunking Kent Hovind. He has a series debunking John Morris Pendleton. And he has a series debunking Carl Baugh. And if you don't know who the latter two are, um, you can go to his channel, and the debunks of John Morris Pendleton are Hello, I'm a Scientist, and his debunks of Carl Baugh are entitled um, Science in the 12th Century. So, yeah, I cannot stomach those people without somebody being like, yeah, and this is the truth, and making fun of them. And, you know, because at first I was a little put off at making fun of the creationists. I do it now, you know, because let's face it, they deserve to be made fun of. The ones that are intentionally deceiving, like Kent Hovind and Ken Ham, and Carl Baugh, and those people, they deserve to be made fun of. No question about it. Who doesn't deserve to be made fun of are the people who are buying into this shit. And that is why I basically have my channel. I don't do traditional response videos. What I do is I pick a topic, and I go through um, and uh, you know go through the scientific evidence on that particular topic, you know and Vandal, yeah, I think you've lost the battle on that one, dude. Or dudette. I think you've lost the battle. Um, it's already stupid. Uh, um, but yeah. So that's who I have my channel for. You know, I have my channel for people who are like me. They were deceived, or they are deceived, and they are looking for the answers. And that's basically who I have my channel for. Now, um, are they the people that come on my channel? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I have a feeling that most of my subscribers are already atheists. But, you know, um, it's no big deal. You know, um, you guys can come on here. I love having you guys on here. It's cool, and I like interacting with you, and I like when you leave comments on my videos, because it helps me uh, adjust as a creator, to make my presentations a little bit better, you know, and a sense of community. Yes, you're very right about that, Nevermore. That is actually what church means, is like a community. Um, and, you know, so, uh, so yeah, I mean, um, bring it on, Christians. I'm not going to waste my time with people like Kent Hovind, you know. I mean, because let's face it, so many people have debunked him. It's pathetic. Aaron Ra, who is like um, one of my favorite. At first, I was put off by Aaron because of his snide attitude, but that's just the way Aaron is, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch him, um but when I got to watching his Kent Hovind series, um uh I quickly learned why he's the way he is. He does have um other episodes where he is not as crass as he is toward like Kent Hovind or Ken Ham, or whatever. Um uh in fact, about 4 years ago, he put up a video about his visit to a Baptist theological seminary. And he's not, you know huffing and puffing and blowing their house down like he does with Kent. you know Very respectful, and all that good stuff. No, Lisa, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. You know. Um. So anyway, I've uh before I go, I do want to uh give this ticker again. Um. This is for Pale Blue Mama. Um. She's in a very bad situation. This goes directly to her. I have nothing to do with it. So, if you can, I know everybody's in a bit of a tizzy nowadays, because, a lot of people have lost their jobs and, this and that and the other. Um, and I understand that. But if you can, please go to that um, GoFundMe and donate whatever you can. You know, it's just a way to help her um, get out of a bad situation. And aren't we horrible, horrible, horrible atheists not to help people like this? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, anyway, I will let you go. Like I said, I came on here earlier than usual because I've got some stuff to do and I'm not quite sure I'll make it um, through in time to uh, come on in my usual time. So, yeah, I dare not say his name. I know it's superstition, but still. He's our Beetlejuice. Lisa, actually, most of us know their book better than they know it themselves. I know I was on Ocean Cowtoys um channel, and he's a polytheist. He's not an atheist. He's a polytheist. Um but at any rate, he did a video on the God that kicked Yahweh's ass or something. I can't remember exactly what it's called. Um, and I said, and underneath that, I said, well, he was unable to defeat iron chariots, so kicking his ass would have been a piece of cake. And then one of the Christians got all uppity with me in, you know, in the comment section, you know, oh no, that's not true. I'm like, you want to bet? I'm like, I can show you the chapter and verse. So, fuck off. You know, like I said, they don't even know their own book. They probably don't even want to know their own book. Because if they did know their own book, hey, Harper Bird, because if they did know their own book, they probably wouldn't be Christian, now would they? They probably wouldn't be Christian because they would say, wait a minute, this is a bunch of bullshit. And, and then after somebody says this is a bunch of bullshit, there's only two options after that. Only two options after somebody realizes that the Bible is a bunch of bullshit. You can either become intellectually honest and drop the Bible. I'm not saying become atheist, you know, um, but you can either drop the Bible, which basically means dropping all the Abrahamic religions, okay, or you can continue and this is the point at where a person will become intellectually dishonest. as I've said before several times, there's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. An ignorant person, when we are talking about the Bible, an ignorant person has not yet come to the realization that the Bible is bullshit. And sometimes they never will. Sometimes they spend their entire life in ignorance. And then you have stupidity, which is you have this realization that the Bible is bullshit, but you bury your hand in the sand. And is there Tangelo here? Huh. Hang on. I must have got my settings all screwy. Huh. For whatever reason, I can't see Otangelo. Oh well. So anyway, so yeah, as if you didn't know already, the Bible is bullshit. And, Otangelo, you might want to give this another view. I cannot see your comments. I'm sorry, I cannot reply to you. I have no idea what's going on with StreamYard today. It kicked me off. So it really doesn't surprise me that I am not seeing some comments. But I'm not ignoring you on purpose, Otangelo. At any rate, you guys have a very nice day. Oh, there you are. I wonder why I couldn't see you before, Otangelo, but I see you now. I see your comment now. See, I have no idea what was happening. Like I said, StreamYard is being a bitch. So anyway, at any rate, Otangelo, you really, I'm not putting you down, okay? I'm not. You really need to learn some physics because you have absolutely no idea what even elementary physics are. Okay? Don't go into the neutron, proton, blah, 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 blah. I mean, no, don't do that. You don't even know what that means. Okay? You don't know what that means. Because I'm going to tell you exactly what you did. And it's what you always do. You go to some kind of a paper that is just way above your head, and you're just throwing things out that you're like, whatever, I'm going to throw this out so I can sound smart, when to a person who knows what the fuck they're talking about, you sound absolutely stupid, Otangelo. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, Otangelo. I'm sorry. Okay. You, for people who know what the fuck they're talking about, you sound absolutely stupid. So, go educate yourself. Go get an elementary physics textbook, because if you don't even know the terms that you're using, okay? I've been there. I've talked to you, Otangelo. Okay, I know this. And like I said, I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to anyway, hopefully you understand why I'm telling you, Otangelo. I'm not trying to put you down, but you really need to get an elementary physics textbook, because what you are talking about is way above your head. And anybody who knows what they're talking about knows that you don't make any sense. So go get an elementary physics textbook. Go get an elementary chemistry textbook. Go get an elementary biology textbook. No, Tangelo, I told you I am not attacking you. You are not providing any evidence. You just aren't. I am not attacking you. I am telling you that for people who know what they're talking about, you sound absolutely, positively stupid. That's not an attack on you, Otangelo. That is not an attack on you. That is trying to help you. That is trying to help you not to sound stupid. Okay? So you get some elementary chemistry books, you get some elementary physics books, you get some elementary biology textbooks, and then we can talk. Okay, so Otangelo, for whatever reason, your other name is not showing up on my um on my on my screen. Your other name isn't. So if you want to come in here, and that's fine. I don't care. You can come in here. Um uh just come in under that name. Like I said, I don't know why um your other name isn't showing up on my chat, but for whatever reason it's not. So, like I said, you can come in here. I welcome you. Um just come in under that name, because like I said, for whatever reason your other name's not showing up in my comments. Actually, Otangela, I'm about to get off because I got stuff to do. Hey, Marianne. Sorry you came in at the tail end. I was telling everyone I had to move the stream because I've got stuff to do, and I wasn't sure I was going to be through with everything by the time my regular time. So anyway, uh so next week will be at the regular time. Like I said, this is just a one-time thing. So, please. Uh anyway, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for stopping in and talking with me and sharing part of your Sunday with me. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers. Have a great day and be careful.